Okay, back again. Last stitch we need to learn besides doing chain stitch and the French knots, which we've already covered in the last videos, is we're going to learn how to do French knots, cross stitch over here, okay? So I don't recommend using pencil to mark pattern pieces. I recommend chalk. But since this is the wrong side, I'm going to show you how we do connection for doing 3 connected cross stitches. So what I'm doing is I'm putting in 4 pairs of dots in here, and that's going to mark where my cross stitch is going to go. All right, so I've got my needle threaded up. I'm going to tie myself a nice ugly knot on here, and I'm going to come in from the back where I can see one of these dots over here. And I'm going to come up crosswise. Okay, so I'm coming up. I have to look at the back where I'm going, okay? You can do this from the front if you've got a fabric that's got threads in it that you can actually visibly see. Otherwise, you have to use a magnifying glass. I'm starting to need to use one now, okay? And you can count how many across and up that you need to go. So the thread's got in here. I'm doing my first part of the cross over here. I'm coming out on a diagonal. And my thread has decided to tangle up on me. Okay, don't panic. Pull it back out and get it out of the way. The next point I'm going in from the back of the fabric. Okay, so I'm just going up. And then I'm going to come up somewhere over here. Oh, bingo. Okay. You can actually estimate it. And I'm going to go up. And if you're really smart, you can do this over here. And I'm working from the back here. And now I want to cross over and go in through there. So at this point, I can go to the front. I come up over here. And then I want to go in over there. Come up over here. And if it does that, it's not messed up, just release it. Sometimes the thread has a mind of its own and you have to tell it who's boss. Now, I don't know where I'm supposed to go on here because there's no thread over here. So back onto the back again. Oh, okay. That's pretty accurate. All right. And that's my last cross there. And so that's what you should wind up with on the front. And that's what it should look like on the back. You will see over here 2 sets of threads, one over the top of the other. Okay, and that's what it should look like. So I'm going to do my lock stitch in here again, taking a small bite of fibers at the back. And so far I've taught you lock stitch where you make the loop and you go through it and pull it tight. Now you've also learnt the blanket stitch where you come through the fabric and then you wrap and pull. Well, you can do the lock stitch that way also. And that's usually the way it winds up being done at my house when I'm sewing. One of the problems is that this will snarl and tangle a little bit, so you do have to control your thread. Okay, and that's my 3 lock stitches there. Okay, and so that's what the connected cross stitches on the front should look like over here. And that's what they should look like on the back over here in the green thread. Okay? And I think that's it. So now you've got all the stitches you need to know to be able to do this.